Joseph Roy Metheny, infamously known as the Cannibal or the Meat Man, was a notorious American serial killer whose heinous crimes shocked the nation. Born on March 2, 1955 in Maryland, Metheny's life was marked by a series of tragic events and criminal activities that culminated in a reign of terror. Let's just take a deep look into the story of the Meat Man, Chef Joseph Roy Metheny, who sold victims' meat. Before starting, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and press the bell icon for more future updates. Metheny's formative years were marred by profound turmoil and distress, characterized by a tumultuous upbringing marked by pervasive abuse and neglect. Growing up amidst a backdrop of domestic strife and instability, he was subjected to a harrowing environment where violence and upheaval were constant companions. These early formative experiences cast a long shadow over Metheny's psyche, imprinting upon him the scars of trauma that would shape his future path. The absence of stability and nurturing during his childhood left him emotionally adrift, vulnerable to the darker impulses festering within. It is amidst these turbulent beginnings that the seeds of Metheny's later descent into depravity and criminality took root. As he struggled to reconcile the tumult of his upbringing with the societal norms he would later flout with chilling disregard. As an adult, Metheny's criminal record began to accumulate. He was involved in various offenses, including burglary, assault, and drug-related crimes. His criminal lifestyle led him down a dark path, ultimately resulting in his descent into murder. During the tumultuous decade of the 1990s, Metheny's descent into depravity reached its zenith as he embarked on a chilling killing spree that plunged the Baltimore area into a state of terror and apprehension. His victims were predominantly vulnerable women, many of whom grappled with the burdens of addiction or found themselves ensnared in the perilous world of prostitution. Metheny, recognizing their marginalized status and perceived vulnerability, viewed them as convenient prey ripe for exploitation. With calculated precision, he stalked the dimly lit alleys and shadowy corners of the city, selecting his targets with chilling indifference to their humanity. Each victim represented an opportunity for Metheny to satisfy his insatiable thirst for dominance and control, as he methodically executed his sinister agenda under the cover of darkness. The streets of Baltimore became a hunting ground, fraught with peril for those unfortunate enough to cross paths with the malevolent force that lurked within Metheny's twisted psyche. Metheny's modus operandi was chillingly brutal. After luring his victims to secluded locations, he would viciously murder them, often by strangulation or bludgeoning. Following their deaths, he would mutilate and dismember their bodies, disposing of the remains in remote areas. What set Metheny apart from other serial killers was his claim of cannibalism. He boasted of butchering his victims and selling their flesh as meat at a roadside barbecue stand he operated. However, authorities found no evidence to substantiate these claims, leading many to view them as macabre fantasies designed to shock and horrify. Despite the lack of evidence supporting his cannibalism allegations, Metheny's crimes were undeniably gruesome and chilling. The thought of consuming human flesh, even if unsubstantiated, added a horrifying dimension to his already monstrous acts. The culmination of Metheny's reign of terror arrived in 1996, marking the turning point in his dark saga as law enforcement finally apprehended him, bringing an end to his unchecked rampage of violence. Following his arrest, Metheny faced a barrage of charges, including multiple counts of murder, as the full extent of his malevolent exploits came to light. Amid the ensuing trial, Metheny shocked the courtroom with a chilling confession, admitting to the grisly murders of at least 10 individuals. However, despite his admission of guilt, authorities faced the daunting task of corroborating his claims with tangible evidence. Through exhaustive investigations and meticulous forensic analysis, law enforcement painstakingly pieced together the puzzle of Metheny's crimes. Ultimately, while Metheny's confession shed light on the breadth of his depravity, authorities were only able to definitively link him to the deaths of 3 victims, underscoring the complex nature of unraveling the tangled web of his atrocities. In the year 1998, Joseph Roy Metheny faced the full weight of justice as he was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, resulting in a sentence of death. However, the course of his punishment was altered when his sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, offering a semblance of closure to those affected by his abhorrent actions. Even behind the impenetrable walls of the prison system, Metheny continued to cast a long shadow, captivating the attention of both the public and media with his notorious deeds. His saga became a subject of intense scrutiny, with documentaries, books, and true crime podcasts dissecting every gruesome detail of his crimes, further solidifying his position as one of the most infamous serial killers in American history. Through various forms of media, Metheny's dark legacy persisted, serving as a stark reminder of the profound impact of his reign of terror on society at large. Despite his incarceration, Metheny's crimes continue to haunt the memories of those affected by his atrocities. The families and loved ones of his victims are left to grapple with the unimaginable grief and trauma caused by his senseless acts of violence. On April 5, 2017, Joseph Roy Metheny met his end when he passed away in prison due to natural causes. His death marked the conclusion of a dark chapter in American criminal history, but the scars he inflicted on his victims and society as a whole will endure for generations to come. The legacy of Joseph Roy Metheny, famously known as the Cannibal, stands as a sobering testament to the depths of human depravity. His chilling tale serves as a haunting reminder of the sinister potential that lies within certain individuals, capable of perpetrating unspeakable acts of violence and horror. Metheny's story underscores the critical need for society to remain vigilant and resolute in the face of such malevolent forces, lest they be allowed to run rampant and wreak havoc unchecked. This was the story of Meat Man. Share your thoughts about this story in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to press the bell icon as well. Thanks for watching.